So here, number 2 says 18,500,000 square miles of land is used for agriculture, farmland, whether you're raising crops or it's dealing with pasture land for animals. Now, 78% of farmland is used for the production of meat. So I want to know how many square miles of land is used for production of meat in our world. So you've got numbers here. And we might want to use the percent proportion because of the way that this is set up. So percent to 100 is equal to part to the whole. Now you see what the percent is, right?
78.
So that's 78 per 100, so 78% is equal to, now here's the question. Am I giving you the part or the whole amount? I'm telling you that 18.5 million square miles is used for farmland. 78%, look at what happens here. 78% of it. It is a pronoun referring to what? It is a pronoun referring to all of this stuff right here, right? And what do we say follows the word of? The whole. Okay, so the whole amount here is the 18,500,000, which means we need to find the part. You guys with me on that? Okay. So now that I have this, set the cross products equal. Hopefully your calculator has enough characters to handle all this. Does it?
Oh, mine didn't.
So here's the problem you're going to run into. One of the cross products is going to be 78 times this. So if I go 18,500,000 times 78, I get an overflow error. Oh, well, I guess Mr. Craig gives us a problem we can't do, right? Here's how you can make your lives a little bit easier. Rewrite this guy to be 18.5 million. Okay? Do I need to worry about the word million when I'm doing this? No. It just changes my units from being square miles to millions of square miles. Okay? So if I do is 18.5, what's the cross product? Well, that's 78 times 18.5 equals 100x. So let's see, we have 78 times 18.5, 1443 equals 100x. Even without using the calculator, we can divide this by 100 easily. How do I divide by 100 easily? Move the decimal how many places? So instead of being here, it's going to be right there. So you end up with x being equal to 14.43, right? But you need to make sure that you interpret this in a way that answers the question. How many square miles is used for the production of meat? Do you say that 14.43 square miles is used? What?
Round.
Huh?
You could round.
Round to what?
Round down.
It's just 14 square miles?
14 million.
Do you understand how
Oh,
small
no,
14
no,
square
no.
miles
Oh,
is?
I forgot million. Okay.
So the millions is important, right?
Yeah.
So maybe up here, we should put some kind of star and say, hey, don't forget about that.
Okay.
So this really means 14.43 million. So about 14.43 million square miles of farmland is used to produce meat. Now, I want us to look at this in a slightly different way. Instead of using the percent proportion, I want you to see how the words kind of tell you how you can set up the percent equation. So let me slow this back down just real quick. If you look at the words, it says 78% of it, we've already talked about what it is used, so it's like this is your equal sign, for the production of meat. So if I take the words that I see here and I translate it, it says this. 78% of 18.5 million square miles is for meat production. That's basically what the words are saying, right? So if I translate this like I did the other day, how do you translate 78%? How do we do this on Wednesday? So this is 0.78. How do we translate the word of? Times 18.5 million. We'll just do 18.5, right? Remember that we're going to have to deal with the million square miles later. How do you translate the word is?
Equal.
And then for meat production? Right, so we don't know that. And if you work this out, what's 0.78 times 18.5? 0.78 times 18.5 gives you the 14.43 that we had above. So using the percent equation is really easy and very quick when you know the whole and you know the percent. Okay? Because all you're doing is multiplying the percent times the whole. That gives you the part. Okay? If I said 78% is my take-home pay, okay? If you make $5,500 this week, but 78% is your take-home pay, you multiply this times 0.78. 0.78 is less than 1, right? And your take-home is less than your pay, right? You don't get to take home everything you make. And so my take-home from $5,500 would be $4,290, right? If I'm taking some weight loss drug that will reduce my weight by 13%, how much weight could I lose? Well, if I weigh $150 and I'm going to lose 13%, multiply that times 0.13, I could lose 19.5 pounds, right? Or if I weigh 90 pounds and I can lose 13%, my weight loss is 11.7. So finding 13% of a number is just multiplying times 0.13. What do you guys think? Now, what you're going to find out is that if you are not given the whole amount, then using the percents is a little bit trickier. It's not as quick and easy as these guys.